Hey, welcome out to the Death Battle Cast. We are the
Death Battle Cast.
Well, I was going to say the cast of Death Battle, but, you know, you could say it that way, too. I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
I'm Nick, and I'm writer for TJ Combo versus Balrog.
I'm Torrian.
And you don't know what to do with your hands.
And I'm the
I am God.
I'm the animator for TJ versus Combo. I'm back, baby. We got an animation out there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Chad with Boomstick. Hey.
Back.
Well, I'm glad to have you back on
You guys
the cast.
miss me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not talking about this show.
And also back animating. I mean, you've been animating the whole time.
It has been a little while since we've done
Wow.
a Death Battle with Torian's animation. That's because he's been working on a DBX as well. We announced that a couple weeks ago. So hopefully we'll be seeing that on the website
That is what HR
soon.
told you to say, huh? That's not why I've been gone. Yes, next week, Monday for first.
Well, now you got to give another explanation.
Next week, Monday for first, right? For the episode?
This coming Monday, yes. Balrog versus Combo.
I thought that's where you were going.
I forgot how much
talking about
smoother
the
this show goes
DBX.
without Torian.
But it's not as fun.
No, it's not.
Torian and I had this whole plan.
I know.
I was going to promote your DBX.
I know.
That I was going to talk about Balrog versus TJ Combo and how that's coming out. And then I was going to talk about the Desk of Death Battle that's coming out.
I have a
But
DBX
now
now?
everything is thrown out the window.
We make videos. They are on the internet, and we would appreciate it if
That is
you
all I
watched.
was trying to say.
Okay.
We think they're pretty cool.
Anyway, we will be talking about Balrog versus TJ Combo later on in the show, as well as Blue Apron. Thank you, Blue Apron, for sponsoring this episode, as they do so many times because they help us out all the time,
middle.
and they're great.
Dude, next time I'm going to try and time it and be like, pow, and then it's going to come zooming out. It's
Finger
going to be
gun.
great.
We'll have a great deal that you can use with the Blue Apron that we'll talk about later on in the show. And as always, you can look in the corner down there. That's hashtag Death Battle Cast. You can use that on Twitter to send us questions that we will answer at the end of every single podcast, and to get involved in the community death battle. Every single week we do a community death battle, which is we come up with a matchup, any matchup. It could be ridiculous or it could be epic, and then we hand it off to you guys to give us what you think, who you think will win, and why. And last week we came up with
Robots.
a robot fight, Optimus Prime versus the Iron Giant. And I believe we have some answers for that. But before that, I think we got some fan art that we're showing off.
Oh, really?
I like this fan art.
I'm not really sure what this art is of. Austin just mentioned, hey, before you get into the community death battle, definitely show off this art.
Oh, that could be scary because one time coming across, you know, when you're like looking at stuff on the internet and you just go from place to place and somebody references something and you're like, that's weird, I should click on it. Somebody made a porn game about the Iron Giant.
What?
I came across it once and I'm like, what? And I clicked on it and sure enough,
Can we get that link?
How did you come across that exactly?
Reddit.
Chad?
Reddit,
Link.
and other porn-related suggestions.
You weren't researching Iron Giant porn enter.
No.
Okay,
But
sure. Let's bring up let's bring up this art. I want to see it.
Okay, good. Well, I don't know. That second one, now I've kind of put that out there. It looks
Oh no! Okay, the first one from Kid Cartridge. I saw this one. This was great. This logo for this week on Explain Shit to Torian, which we will. Now that Torian is back on the cast, we'll probably end up doing that anytime this
I
week.
love
That happened
the
on the way up
sleeveless-
here in the car.
Did it really?
Yeah, I have this. I love this sleeveless hoodie. I like that.
You gonna get one?
I wish my arms.
You're gonna look
like
swole,
that.
man.
I wish my arms looked like that for real. Maybe you can draw me real arms.
What?
Real arms?
Draw me real arms.
What does that mean?
Are you saying
If you draw them, they're not real.
Real arms, or are you saying draw me real arms? Like,
Or like you're in the game Arms.
Right, there you go. Or chalk zone. This suspicious picture on the right, though.
you know, okay.
Tyson C.
First of all, awesome fan art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really, really cool. But so all I can think of right now is when we did Power Rangers versus Voltron. So one of the things we love is like there some people who do the react videos like
going where I think it's
are really, really entertaining. You know, especially like if they're not just straight up just grabbing our video and playing it and every now and then being like, huh. Like so, but like
Those
there's
are
some
my favorite
people.
ones.
There was this guy. Oh my God, we laughed so hard because there's this shot that's set up very similar to that in Power Rangers vs. Voltron to show off the size difference and like.
It's for dramatic purposes.
Yeah, it's for dramatic purposes, and this guy's reaction is just truly wonderful. I don't know, Torian, Can you say it? I'll get in trouble.
I'm not gonna say it, but he expressed his excitement.
This is going nowhere then.
He expressed his excitement boldly.
Okay, the story has no ending.
What are you guys talking about?
Okay, look.
I'm guessing.
The shot happens, and the guy he goes, he's like, that person big. Only
The person was the N-word.
there you are.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yep.
That also didn't help.
How to tell a joke.
Anyway,
I was really expecting you.
Nick, why are you so hard?
I don't know.
oh God. Okay. So getting away from that, something about that art to point out. When we were coming up with the community death battle of Optimus Prime versus Iron Giant, we didn't quite know that Iron Giant was that much bigger than Optimus, but apparently he is. See, that's the
You
problem.
may not have known.
Every time, well, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I thought that was.
it wasn't brought up. No, it wasn't brought up, so I didn't realize it. But God, Optimus Prime is so difficult to get, or Megatron or any of those Transformers are so difficult to get into a death battle because they're so much smaller than most of the other like warrior robots.
Well, it's funny. That's what started this conversation last week.
I know,
We said that, and then
exactly.
we're like, oh, let's do the Iron Giant. And then we're like, he's huge. And we're like, fuck. So here
Luckily,
we are.
I don't think he's that much bigger when you compare Optimus to like
Gundam.
Gundam. Well, I mean, Gundam is about his size, but it flies around as crazy. But compared to something like Gypsy Danger or Mechagodzilla or any of those kind of robots, and the size difference is crazy. But anyway, it's not up to us to decide who wins. It's up to you guys to, well, I guess it's we can
Convince
decide
us.
who wins. You convince us who you think should win this battle. So let's bring up the answers for the first combatant. I believe this is Optimus. I could be wrong.
We'll find out.
You look
I'm on the
very
edge of my
sure of
seat.
yourself.
Broadcast, please. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. See, you got the magic fingers now.
We got Stuart Fountain saying that Optimus Prime would defeat the Iron Giant hands down. First, he carries all memories of all previous Primes due to the Matrix of Leadership and has an arsenal of Cybertronian weapons. Per the Transformers Prime cartoon, he wields the Star Saber, which can cut through a mountain. And some iterations, he can fly via a jetpack. Also because he's a Prime, he can wield the Forge of Solus Prime, so many Primes, which would allow him to repair himself from combat wounds. His combat experience and millions of years of knowledge would be or rather, I think this should say the Iron Giant would be no match for Optimus Prime's millions of years of experience and knowledge.
Don't forget, he's also made of primary colors. So we can get one more in there.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my
and you
God.
can get it now with Amazon Prime.
Roger chimes in.
We're not sponsored by Amazon.
No, we're not. Roger chimes in. Oh, sorry. Did you have thoughts you wanted to give before I move on to the next?
No, well, I didn't know about the Matrix of Leadership thing, giving him the memories of other primes.
No, I didn't know that either.
That's new.
Transformers lore is surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
All right, but Roger chimes in saying that Optimus could scan the Iron Giant and gain his size like he did with the Eva.
Wait,
no
what?
way.
Wait, what?
He crossed over with the Evangelion? I didn't know that.
Because that's another robot that I was going to say, or that is kind of like the size difference is crazy. So
Is that
I thought you
legit?
couldn't put him against it. But if that's a legit
It sounds
crossover,
like it
That
sounds
would
like
be
the kind of
awesome.
thing that would have happened just in a crossover, which is usually non-canon. But
sure.
That's still a
I don't know.
thing.
We should look into that.
Still a
yeah,
thing he can
for sure.
do, I guess.
Scan the. I mean, that sounds like a excuse for Optimus Prime to fight an Ava.
Totally.
and
Like Charles
exercise.
Barkley.
Oh, if you're exactly
Godzilla.
if you're
Godzilla.
making a crossover with Transformers and some robot, franchise where the robots are like 10 times bigger than he is, you got to find some way to match their size. Kind of Godzilla versus King Kong, for example, did a similar thing where they just remade King Kong at a giant size, even though in our movies, in the American films, he was nowhere near Godzilla's size.
Yeah.
Also, how does one just gain size? Like, how does that work? He just scans him, and then he's like, "Oh, that's how you did it," and just.
I assume because
increases
he's like a
in mass.
transformer, he probably just transformed bigger.
With what?
Transformium.
He just.
There you go.
God damn
Transformium.
these fictional metals.
Transformium.
It's also lighter than titanium, but stronger,
No.
and can make you grow.
No, but it can turn into a pony or a machine gun.
Or
Remember
the
that
pill.
scene?
Or the pill.
Did you ever see Transformers
4.
No, I noped out, dude. I didn't even like the first one, so.
I noped out. I'm keeping that phrase.
But if it's anything like Ant-Man, he pulls in molecules from an alternate dimension when he grows big.
There we go.
And then puts them in the dimension when he wants to shrink down.
See, that's the kind of bullshit science we need to back something like this up.
If it's not a super metal of some kind, it's like an alternate dimension to explain it.
Yeah, great.
Like even if it doesn't make sense, that's cool. It's like an explanation, except for like except for like the Speed Force. Like I'd rather you like give me some bullshit than just saying it happens.
Yes.
Like
Sure. All right, well, let's see what the Iron Giant has to combat Optimus Prime.
I hope he has some
A
bullshit.
friend with the heart of a child.
Who does he fight in that movie?
The government.
Yeah, the government. I watched this in the last year. It's really good. We got Zuko Prime.
Another Prime.
Sounds like you should
Wait,
be,
he's arguing for Iron Giant?
Traitor!
Come on, man.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I don't know you anything. Anyway, he says the Iron Giant wins. The Iron Giant wins by a near landslide. So we've got two people very confident in their picks. While Optimus does have an intelligence advantage, the Giant outclasses him in nearly every other aspect. The Giant is a war machine built to subjugate planets. He has a variety of weaponry, eye lasers that vaporize metal, 3 flexible tentacle-like cannons that emerge from his back and shoot energy beams. Both of his arms turn into cannons. One shoots explosive shots and has a rapid fire feature. The other shoots green energy spheres that seemingly erase matter from existence. But the killer is his chest cannon, not to mention he can fly. Plus, he can't die. Strong enough impacts will just cause him to fall apart a bit, but he can reassemble, and it took a nuke to blow him completely apart. But again, he didn't die. He was shown to be reassembling in Greenland, and not for anything, but one of Optimus's claims to fame is, well, his death.
Oh.
Yo.
Sick burn.
Locked and done.
Well,
Pretty good argument.
we do deal with immortal characters on the show, and like usually if their mortal bodies can be like blown apart or whatever, but it takes a really long time for them to reassemble, we count that as.
I mean, you
Which is true.
can spin that argument for Optimus as well. That he's been blown apart and he's been defeated, but he doesn't die. He comes back.
Well, he comes back, I think, due to writing, but like with most of the Transformers, if you get rid of their spark, they're done. It seems like the Iron Giant will just, no matter where you hit him. I don't remember them like hitting like a weak point.
But
when they
you
defeated
can
him.
still take him out. And for example, we did a death battle with Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Or also Starscream.
Or Starscream, we twisted a little bit at the end to kind of make sure that he couldn't come back anytime soon. But with Raiden, technically he's immortal. He's if I remember right, it's been years since we made this episode, but if I remember right, he's an eternal god or whatever it is. And he comes down to Earth to get a mortal form, but he is technically a spirit off in heaven or wherever, other realms or whatever it is. So when you kill him, he goes back, and he can come back as a mortal being later. But we still had him lose because it would take forever. He'd have to find a new body and use the magic to come back. And he lost the fight because it's all about the fight of the 1v1, not Raiden and then his second body and then his third body and then his fourth body.
I
think that's very
not
important.
only that, but that would like just the same thing would happen over and over. So
I think that's very important to remember
here.
about characters like that. Like,
Yeah.
it is about the fight. Like, you lost this fight.
Exactly.
I don't care if you come back.
If you come back, if you
like,
come back a year later, or whatever,
lost.
still lost.
There was a death.
loser's bracket.
And that is how you win Death Battle.
Exactly. So if Optimus is able to blow Iron Giant apart, I would consider that a victory. Unless Iron Giant can reassemble like right away.
right away. I don't
No, it takes
Also-
him a little while.
Yeah.
If
Also,
he's blasted completely apart.
I do want to say though, like I forgot about that scene in the movie because I'm like, oh, Iron Giant.
totally forgot.
And
And he
all I'm
becomes a death
picturing,
bot?
yeah, when like all I'm picturing him is like, oh, Hogarth, I have a human friend. I'm just a big robot. And then like he started talking about that, I'm like, oh yeah, there was that scene where he gets like scary as
Kinda
shit and like
horrifying,
just
yeah.
starts like vaporizing crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got one more answer.
Yeah, we got Kamen Ranger Bat backing up Zuko Prime saying, I think Iron Giant would win since he took a nuke to the face, fell into a million pieces, and put himself back together. Optimus got stabbed in the abdomen with a piece of shrapnel and died. That is another point to bring up. Just what it takes to defeat or kill or blast
Yeah.
apart one of these robots.
I'm gonna go with the matter erasing cannons on the Iron Giant.
I'm going to go with the Iron Giant as
That
well.
sounds like it's going to be pretty tough for
Optimus Prime.
Optimus to deal with. I'm trying to think of the different times he's died. He died in the cartoon when he was fighting Megatron. What did Megatron do? He just shot him a bunch. Like, I think he just shot him a bunch and it was done. There was no like glorious explosion.
That's usually how they go out. The Autobots are they're kind of weak.
He just got shot in the chest a couple times and then he died. Not too spectacular or anything like that.
I will say Optimus does have the element of surprise though, because he's gonna just be rolling up as a truck, and Iron Giant's just gonna be like, it's just another truck. Why would I? And then it's a robot.
Or he could hide
it
the fact that he's a
trips him?
truck, and then he
Blend
goes
in.
and hides and blends into like a rest stop or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait a
And
minute.
then Iron Giant's trying to find
Has
him.
Optimus Prime ever not been a bright blue and red truck though?
Probably. There's Optimus Primal, which was a gorilla. I can't
That's
remember if
different
that's the
character.
same.
It's a different character.
Okay.
It's a different character because that's in the
enough.
future.
I feel like he goes out his way to find that color scheme.
He's always been red and blue. As far as I recall, he's always been a red and blue truck of some kind,
Okay.
whether it's a space Cybertron truck or it's an 18-wheeler from Earth. So
Who are they driving around on
I've
Cybertron?
well, that's. I thought they were supposed to be like they landed and they adopted.
it's different in every
Machines, yeah.
like iteration of Transformers. In some cases, like in the movies, they were all alien tech. Because in the movies, it was like they had copied. I think they had copied the technology from other races. It was always they would find the most powerful race or something like that and copy whatever the technology is. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if
So the
that's
most powerful
100%
race
right,
on Earth is
but
cars.
Yep.
I guess. Because
Sweet.
then
See how fast Lightning McQueen goes?
because the Dinobots, when they arrived in Earth,
That's
they
right,
copied
'cause
the most
that's-
powerful thing there was,
yeah.
which are the dinosaurs.
It's also how we got the
That's
Zords.
I was just gonna say, that's
just
the
gonna say the
same
Zords,
exact
the same thing.
explanation.
I think that's the explanation. I could be wrong about that, but that's the general vibe that I get from it.
I've been out of Transformers for a long time, but did they ever try and like explain where his trailer goes and why it comes back? Like
Sometimes it like houses his.
Nick never thought about it. You just watched it hit him.
Where does it go?
Yeah, no.
Where does it come
He doesn't always roll up with it though. And when he does roll up with it, it houses his attachments.
He rolls with it. If I remember
well,
right,
the toy does.
if
I
I
don't know if
remember
in the actual.
No, I feel like I've seen in some piece of media he rolled up with a trailer, got into a fight, and he was like, "Oh, I need this."
Oh yeah.
And then
He
it came
stores-
out of the trailer, or the trailer transformed into
He
something.
stores extra weapons and stuff.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
But like usually, if that's not the case, he doesn't roll up with it.
so it's just like the Hulkbuster scene in Avengers.
That was the first
Sorta,
thing I
yeah,
thought of, too.
Yeah.
There was one scene where he was rolling, like when they're doing the hero shot of all the Autobot cars driving down, and he did have the trailer, and they got into a fight, and there was no trailer.
Yeah, no, they do. And then there's I hope I'm not misremembering, but I remember watching the show as a kid, and he'd transform into the truck from a robot, and a trailer would just come in.
Yeah.
And it would just be like, Neep, and it's like,
It's. I think it's the same
Where's
animation.
that
That's kind of cool, actually.
Into the robot, where the trailer just pulls back.
Yeah.
They have him transform into the car, and it just kind of comes in.
he's got like a super magnet that just
Yeah.
only works on that, so wherever it is in the world, it just comes back.
It's like Thor's hammer. It just
Yeah,
comes
yeah. There we go. Because otherwise, the truck looks stupid.
The villain is just monologuing, and like Optimus is like waiting there, and his fucking truck just T-bones the villain.
what do you guys
He
think?
just
You guys are
inexplicably
thinking
transforms
Iron
into
Giant.
a truck in the middle of the monologue.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Why are you a truck? Trailer just nails it.
Iron Giant for you,
Yeah, definitely.
Iron Giant because of death lasers.
Nick?
It's not easy for me to decide because Optimus Prime does have the war tactics and stuff.
Does anybody remember how maneuverable Iron Giant is in the air?
I only
I
remember
think
him
it's
flying.
just like,
He's just like a big,
He's like a
slow,
space shuttle.
Yeah,
Basically, he doesn't do a lot of like.
but he can
twists and
still
turns
fly
and
on his
stuff.
own, I guess.
Optimus Prime might have an advantage in the air, but arsenal-wise, I'm probably still giving it to Iron Giant.
Yeah,
Well,
the deatomizer, like that's tough to
deatomizer.
deal with.
Yeah,
so I'm leaning toward Iron Giant as well.
First thought was just like, oh, if we were to do a death battle on this, like, why would they be fighting? And then it's just like, we kill Hogarth and Sam. Like,
Oh,
Sam Witwicky. Sam, no. That's my Peter Cullen impression. I'm sorry,
they got
Peter
in a
Cullen.
fight over something,
You're not watching
like,
this,
or
but
like
I'm sorry.
maybe like Sam accidentally runs over Hogarth or something, and then it's just like, what? And then shows.
No, I can see the scene exactly.
Goes God mode or whatever.
It'd be Shia LaBeouf. He'd be like, hitting the brakes and be like, no, 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 no. Have you seen the montage of him saying no, like rapid fire and that?
yeah.
God,
It's pretty much
so
a
funny.
script.
don't blame him. That's just how he was directed. Michael Bay's like, hey, in this scene,
I think this is how Shia LaBeouf improvises.
you're gonna say no.
I know Shia LaBeouf is a decent actor.
Yeah, he's okay.
Fun
I
fact.
don't remember what else I've seen him
good
in.
If you ever forget the lines to your script, just go, no, 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 no.
You're on a
There you
movie
go.
set, and you're like, hey, this is when you confess your love to her. You guys have been working this out for years, okay? Action.
No. Oh, man.
All right.
No, we want you to be into this. Yeah. Got it. Now you two can be an actor of the caliber of Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, you want to go get some pizza?
Apparently you're supposed
Sure. This is anything.
Just
Any
repeat
response.
each word over and over and over. All right.
There you
I'm
go.
Shia LaBeouf now.
That's acting, Ben.
It is acting.
New. It's good to know. All right. Well, I think we're going with Iron Giant then.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty solid. All right.
Yep. You could say that he's the whole package. Speaking of packages filled with things,
Your mind went
Not
through.
your best.
Your mind went through a file cabinet of transistors.
you know, I did, but it doesn't matter because the thing I'm going to talk about is great, and that's Blue Apron. So listen, nothing in life is better than good food and making something with your own two hands, right? I mean, that's always good. I mean, I like food and I like making stuff. It's
pretty good.
So Blue Apron is both those things combined. They're the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. And so we've talked about Blue Apron a lot. They've been a huge sponsor for us, and you guys really should try this if you haven't, because the food is super delicious. There's tons of variety in recipes, and you can choose the ones that sound good to you. So it's not like you're just signing up for the service and you're only gonna get what they send you. You can go online and be like, oh, I want to try that and that. And every time, I haven't cooked a single Blue Apron recipe that I didn't like. I've tried so many new things too, and they're always delicious. And you make them yourself, and it's super easy. Like, all the ingredients are perfectly proportioned. Instructions are super easy to follow, and you just put it all together. And one of my favorite things is then you feel like a master chef, and then you serve.
Feel like a man.
Yeah, too. I mean, you put it all together, and you're just like, yeah,
Like a man.
I made this.
Flex your chest. Do the chest thing that Terry Crews does.
What?
Okay.
What?
I'm cheating. I think you wanted me to do
Trying to
that.
flex your pecs?
Torian, I need assistance. Come here.
I feel like I'm just.
Come on.
What is happening?
Just
Oh, that's just tickling my nipple.
I enjoyed that more than you enjoyed it.
But not as much as I enjoy Blue Apron.
Yeah! We're the best at this.
It's way more comfortable than that scene.
And it tastes better than
Nipple.
fast food. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Listen, it's better than eating fast food, plus it's affordable. Forget emptying your wallet at fancy restaurants or those expensive grocery stores. Blue Apron is less than $10 per person per meal.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
And like I said earlier, if you're worried about variety, don't be. Recipes aren't repeated within a year, so you'll never get bored. So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/DBC. You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/DBC. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Yeah.
Chad's got soft nipples.
Hey, that's
Look, he can do it. Look at that.
There's Terry Crews behind me.
What's the difference?
This is the height of my career. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the real Terry Crews
Wait, hold on.
behind you.
Dorian, just center your head a little bit.
I just wanna.
It's like you're.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, it's getting weirder.
Terry Crews, touch your mouth.
Oh,
What is happening?
this is, I don't know.
Can we leave this up?
Okay. Yeah, just leave it in the background. Just leave it up in the background. That's great.
know.
Instead of the Death Battle logo, just.
I just like
Instantly,
it's just like
despite you,
behind me.
The second you finish, can we leave it up? I just watched it fade back to the Death Battle logo. Brian was like, no. You've had enough, Cruz.
God of broadcast, curse you! You're not my God. No, I'm just kidding.
what?
Oh, what?
Ben, you got a show to move forward. What are you doing?
I'm waiting.
The chaos and madness will
Yeah,
never
come
end.
on, Ben. This is really getting off the rails. What the hell?
Oh. And it's delightful. Keep going.
I like the camera switches to you, signaling you to get it back on rails.
Oh, is that what that was for?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I
there it is.
gotta crack the whip.
Brian,
Back
I think
on
Brian just went
track.
through all of his options. He was just like, I'm going to go to each one of you. Maybe somebody will put this back on track. No, Brian, we won't.
All right, to get back on track.
TJ.
do it.
Silence.
We got to talk about TJ Combo.
Oh, yeah.
We just released a preview for TJ, and the death battle between Balrog and TJ airs next week.
Yay.
Monday for first members, and it goes up on YouTube on Wednesday.
Yep.
And we are super excited about it. Nick, you've been writing this episode. What can you
I
tell me
have.
about TJ Combo?
His story is way more fleshed out than Balrog's. What are you doing?
I just want to be in all the shots.
Nope. Back on track. TJ combo.
Just pay no attention to Torrian. Keep going, Nick. You got it.
All right, so TJ Combo's backstory is. What are you laughing at? Get out of the shot.
No.
Ignore him.
Stay focused. Yeah, I know.
laughs and then you lose focus.
Nick,
It's not me at all.
Come on, Nick.
Just you and me.
You're being
Just
really
you and me.
unprofessional
Come on,
right
it's
now.
just you.
Tell me about
All right,
Tell me about TJ Combo.
so TJ, you can't. You can't.
All right. TJ Combo.
If you say TJ
He's
Combo
a
one more
boxer.
time and then don't say anything
Think
else.
after. I know.
Okay.
You're really leaving us in suspense here. Stop screwing around, Nick.
All right. I'm ready. I mean, I can just wait to watch it Monday.
He used to have metal arms. In play. There we go.
Yay!
Ryan will do it. This is the teaser we put
Oh,
up.
wait, what? Oh,
Oh,
I thought
I just
The whole fight.
I thought that
Get it right now.
I'm spoiling the whole episode.
that was the whole fight.
Screw it. We'll just play a lot.
I was about to say somebody screwed up.
No, but this is an episode that we're really excited because Nick and Torrian,
We're big fighting game fans, period.
Yeah.
We covered this a little bit last week, how Balrog is from Street Fighter, obviously, which was, for many of us, our first foray into fighting games. I know it was for me personally. Street Fighter 3, though, not 2. But 4 came out shortly after I first got into 3. And
Which is like 2.5, basically.
basically, yeah. So Balrog history there, being part of the cast of one of my all-time favorite series ever. And then Killer Instinct is a personal favorite fighting game of mine, which we talked about my addiction to it last week a little bit.
I got a question for you.
I got
So
an answer.
you are really, frankly, obsessed with Killer Instinct.
A little bit.
Do you like playing TJ?
No, see.
No,
I'm glad you
he
brought
hates
this up.
TJ.
This was the balance.
I freaking hate this character.
This was the balance.
His story is actually legitimately cool. It's like your classic, rags to riches sort of story with experimentation
He hates
with
fighting
cheating.
TJ.
I hate playing as TJ. I especially hate going up against TJ when I play KI. Keats, the guy who designed the character for the game, I love you. I don't like TJ. No. But
please, anybody who watches this, if you're into the fighting game community, you probably know who Keats is. Please clip that and just do it.
Everybody,
Or I'll do it. I'll
spam this
text
to
him. Anyway.
sure, okay. Well, he's gonna hate me. No.
No.
But gosh, like the thing with TJ in Killer Instinct is he hits really hard, especially when he first came out. Not so much now. When he first came out, he was like impossible to break. It's Killer Instinct. You do combo breakers. If you guess wrong, whatever, it's bad news for you. TJ was like,
Never has a better example. If we just need to sum up Killer Instinct in just a couple words, that was it. You got it, Nick.
You do combos and you can break them, but if you guess wrong, bad news for you. It's pretty good.
Killer Instinct.
pretty much.
Make that their new tagline whenever Killer Instinct 2 is announced or whatever they're working on now.
Oh man, I hope that gets announced. But no. So we're working with 2 boxing characters. It's been a lot of fun dreaming up a boxing match because it's a huge departure from the way fights are normally structured. Normally it's just like, character 1 has like a chance encounter with character 2. Oh no, what are you doing here? We're gonna fight now.
Usually it is like,
Oh, I didn't see you there. Let's fight.
Or just some like misunderstanding leads to somebody dying.
oh God, all of our intros are like crappy intro to YouTube videos.
I mean, to be fair,
oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Now this one, we got to frame it like a sports event, which
Yeah,
was
right.
a lot of fun.
That was cool.
I don't even like sports, but this was a really unique opportunity from a writing perspective, and I know you've been looking forward to it from an animation perspective as well.
yeah, I like sports. So, like, I mean, you can like ask me any stats or whatever, but I really do like watching them.
Sure.
Yeah, the boxing thing is definitely I like Killer Instinct, but getting a chance to do a boxing thing was really interesting. I really wanted to explore that a lot more.
Yeah, I actually researched boxing itself.
Yeah, I did
when
too.
writing it, like, because we always analyze like who's stronger, who's faster, who can take more, pain and damage, that kind of thing. This offered us the chance to kind of look at, because we look at fighting styles all the time, but this let us like look into boxing as a sport and like the different styles within boxing.
And where these characters fall, because they're not
yeah.
officially listed. At least one wasn't. And so then it was just like looking at their boxing, like what their moves are. And I remember when Nick had the boxing styles up and he'd been looking at all this stuff, we were like, okay, so where do we think this person falls in the boxing? Well, he does this and this and this. So I'd say he's more going to be this style of boxer. And that was really cool to put that real world
it was definitely really fun. I wish we could have, I started to do this, like, I wish we could have actually filmed me doing mocap, since we are now doing mocap over animation. Because they have these monitors set up to review, so you can see scripts or whatever. And I would put on a lot of the boxing videos that I watched. So I would put on a Ali fight, and I would put on Mike Tyson fights.
I didn't know that.
And it was more so, it almost felt like I was kind of like shadow boxing or whatever, because what the
fuck was that?
It caught my eye up here, and then I had
like I was shadow boxing the ghost.
I was shadow boxing.
Okay.
Like a lot of those moves, like there's moves in the fight to where Balrog's kind of going in, he's doing punches. A lot of stuff is actually like me trying to shadow box Mike Tyson, or like just trying to imitate his moves and stuff like that. A lot of TJ's like dips and dives on this stuff that Ali was doing, or like George Foreman was doing and stuff like that. And that made my recording sessions so long, because I would watch those videos and I would sit there for 30 minutes trying to mimic them, and then I would record, and then I have to make up the other part.
Dude, I wish you did record it. That sounds awesome.
I know, but I record like at 4 in. No one's there. None of you are even awake. So,
I'm awake.
Yes, you are awake.
Well, do you still have the footage of you?
But
I don't. It's a new system. I don't know how to like save that raw data.
Well, we can ask. Maybe
next time.
Yeah.
Demonstrate for us right now.
Demonstrate right now.
There's
shadow boxing.
punch
TJ Combo,
Nick.
shadow box TJ.
No,
Combo.
TJ's
I can shadow T. Yeah, I can do that.
Don't
shadow
punch the TV. Don't punch
Don't
the
break
TV.
So like,
punch the TV.
so like from Balrog, and I'm just in there, and I was just, I love you, TJ Combo.
Oh God, no. That's the alternate ending that
That is how it went.
Torrian makes for himself.
No,
You never see it.
no, but
I didn't write that.
He does
it
those
was
a lot.
embarrassingly super fun to
Now
do
who's
that.
in Who Shot Nick?
At 4 o'clock in the morning, just shadow boxing with myself. It was like, I would smile, and I'd be like, oh man, you hit me. There's no one there. There's no one. Cleaning lady comes in around 6.
Is it usually that weird reacting to punches that aren't actually hitting you?
Well, because like in boxing, like when you gotta block and you gotta dodge on a dime. So like if I'm really recording, I'm putting my energy in it, I'll make those faces, I'll make those sounds. Oh, you almost got me, Balrog. But I'm too fast and I'm real.
It's great.
I feel like I'm listening to a crazy person.
No, it does.
That's how it sounds.
I
like
know, right?
it's man.
And looks. Like if you were to take, like not see any of the mocap.
Well, there's like
stuff,
this
just watch him.
animation has like one of those gym punching things or whatever.
Punching bags?
Well, it's
Speed bags?
It's not a speed bag. It's like a stand, and
please-
it has like padding on it and stuff.
Anyway,
A punching
A
bag?
punching bag thing.
Man, one of those gym punching things.
When I hear punching bag, I think the thing hanging from the ceiling. That's why.
Sure.
It's more so like a stand, and I was using that, and pushing that around, and dodging that, even though it can't move. Yo, you almost got me, punching bag.
Anyway,
that
we're
was fun.
Really, really excited about this fight. And like Nick was saying, it's totally different. It has such a different feel.
Yeah.
Everything we've ever done. And like, not that I am even tired of the show by any means, but it was so cool and refreshing
Sure.
to do this
it is
fight. Because
different.
like we've watched this fight so many times. And I'm like, man, this is like one of the coolest things we've ever done. And like, it's so different from everything else. And like, it looks so good. And like, I think it's like the combination of that, plus like we haven't had a fight from Torrian come up in a while. And like, the guy is just a badass. So like getting all of this coming together, like
Thank you.
this is probably one of my favorite Death Battle episodes of all time. I love it. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
I think every time we watch it, there's a part where they're boxing, they're throwing punches, and TJ does like this one move. Gerardo, every time he watches it, he does it on reaction. Like if you're watching,
Does he really?
Like, if you're watching a boxing match, you're like, oh, whoa, whoa.
Is he trying to dodge the characters
It's
on
just
his
like a
screen?
reaction.
just
It's
getting
just
into
like
it.
you get, it's just. That's one of the
Never
major
noticed that.
things
It's
about
funny.
this fight is that it's very grounded, and even though it's a death battle and it being a boxing match presents its own type of structure and rules. Not so much rules as in you have to do this or this is not allowed, but just rules and the way combat flows and is presented, and it does suck you in. Like I feel like, or at least I hope I did a really good job of creating something that gets people sucked in. So
Yeah.
when Balrog's throwing big punches or TJ's pulling off those Ali dodges, you feel it and you get excited.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you and I were talking about how we wanted this thing to go, that normally we'll both have some different ideas and stuff, but for this one, we were like, same exact mindset the whole way through, which is kind of crazy. Like we both had we wanted some like influences from Rocky and boxing movies like that and stuff. We wanted influences from like The Real Deal,
but also
and of course the characters themselves.
The crazy video game stuff.
Yeah, that's all
outside of boxing can only exist in an environment like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what you're talking about is the fight sucking you in. That's very much what made the fight scenes in things like Rocky and Raging Bull so impressive. The long shots, the close takes, the grounded reality of the fight, like really expressing the violence of what boxing is like.
The slow-mo fall and like that swell to it. Like it's
And a lot of that, like we took a lot of inspiration from stuff like that to make this fight as awesome as it possibly could be.
I think I watched all the fights. Like I watched Rocky, I watched Creed, I watched even like the mixed martial arts ones like Undisputed. Stuff like that. I watched Never Back Down, which is super shitty, but hey, they got some, friendship anime bullshit in that movie.
you were watching Ippo a lot.
I was watching that a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like I was watching that. I watched Ali's last fight. When he was, he was sick, and they still put him in the ring, and you can still just see him trying to maintain who he was. I watched all the Mike Tyson stuff. Like I watched a lot of boxing, and I actually am a fan of boxing now. So.
It's cool how
because of this?
Yeah. I didn't watch boxing almost at all because I didn't. I'm shallow when it comes to action. And the reason I say that is because you need to catch my attention, right? Someone needs to jump, something needs to flash.
It needs to be flashy, covered in
right out the bat.
Spinning around
and if
like
you want to
crazy.
slow down, that's fine, but you got to get me right out the gate or whatever.
Sure.
And boxing is not that. Mixed martial arts sometimes is
martial arts.
I
love that guy.
Heavily choreography, heavily choreography from movies and stuff like that is. Boxing is not. And it just kind of really broadened my horizon and gave me appreciation for something that I might not go to and seek out. So
Same here.
Cool.
That's what research does.
Yeah.
On shows like this.
Yeah.
Someone's in the comments gonna be like, "Well, you're fucking wrong."
Soon. We've been hyping this fight up for 3 weeks. I cannot wait because
If you're watching this live, you get it on Monday. So
Yeah, I really want to talk more about it and get really in depth, but we will have to save that for next week when
much
the
more to
episode is
say.
out. There's so much to talk about
yeah.
this episode, and God, I just wish we could just skip ahead in time and start talking about it and get it out there and show you guys what we've been working on for so long, because I'm really impressed with you guys.
I think they're gonna. I think, like you say, I haven't put out anything in a while, and it's not because I'm just over here hanging out. I have been working, but
Talking on podcasts and things like that.
I think it's gonna be worth it. I personally do think it's gonna be worth it. So.
Oh, it is.
Was your last one Power Rangers Voltron?
Yes.
Everyone go watch that. Every time it comes up in conversation, I'm going to go tell everybody to watch it 5 more times.
We talked about it twice now in this episode.
The last one that came out. So.
Yep. All right. Well, I think until we get to talk about it next week, I think now is a good time for the out of context comic book panel of the week.
What horrors await us today?
What horrors?
Do you know about the game, by the way, Torian? There's a game now to get.
Oh yeah, the real.
It's
real.
Making sure.
If you think it's fake, you can.
Gavin or Google? Yeah. Oh, that's some other. All
right, let's bring it up.
Where did I get that from?
We got Batman.
I promise no matter what, I will never be your friend, and I will never forgive you, and I will hate you for the rest of my life.
Jesus.
The Catwoman?
Fucking Christ, Batman.
Is he shooting his arm off?
Yeah, whoever drew this, that is awful. No, he's shooting the little grapple hook thing.
I think it's supposed to be the grappling hook, but it does kind of look like
It's
It looks
awful.
like he's clutching a piece of newspaper.
Batman's actually been a robot this whole
It
time.
looks like his hand is a grappling
It would
hook.
explain why he
explains
talks
the
like a
strength.
robot.
And the talking. Oh my God.
It explains the
Okay,
what?
and it's also
What's the
look,
thing?
okay,
Shooting gas
I don't want
out
to
of
be
it.
picky, Mr. Artist. I know you worked really hard on this. Okay,
Maybe.
the grappling hook just shot off from his hand, yet his whole body is suspended.
It's off the ground.
Dude, it clearly just fired. And he does not look like he gives a shit.
He's gonna.
Well, he doesn't. Look at what he says.
Just starts hovering.
He's done. He's
Bust
so
his
done.
face on this rail, and then the grappling hook's gonna pull.
He's just gonna face plant the rail.
No, he's over that. He's gonna slam his junk right into it.
God.
Why does Catwoman look like she's got one of those charcoal masks on, but the rest of her costume also?
Oh,
that just me?
Her costume usually looks like that, with the black in the front.
Yeah,
and
it's
gray around it.
yeah,
It's like a shadowing effect that they used back then.
Yeah.
The more I look at it, it really does look like he's shooting his hand out.
Oh yeah, that was the first thing I saw. That's all.
But like, what was his hand then? Like a propane tank? What is that? you see that?
Yeah.
I
That
want.
gray thing?
That artist drew that like
Dude,
5 minutes before he had to
Like,
go.
he's so stupid for the dialogue, so I want to say it's fake.
I think it's real.
I think it's real.
I think it's a situation
Like,
where she was
knowing-
gonna do something.
knowing
know
the
what?
back and forth relationship
Yeah.
between Selena and
Bruce.
Batman. Yeah, like I could totally see that being a real
The
thing.
inking looks real to me of the text.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's real, but I do want to know whether or not it is because it's possibly fake.
Yeah. Before I give my prediction, something else I noticed about the way Batman's drawn, it looks like the artist started drawing Batman first, thinking, okay, this is going to be like an aerial bird's eye view. He's going to be standing on a rooftop shooting this grappling hook launcher. And then when he finished the Batman segment, somebody told him, no, he's supposed to be coming out of an apartment. Oh. Well, then I'll just have to stick with this pose then.
I think it's real. I think like she was gonna do something, and Batman's like, if you do it, I'll fucking hate you forever.
No, she probably tried. She probably did something horrible and then was like, "Don't worry about it. I can change, or let's go do this together."
She tried
It's
to
like, no, I'm
challenge
never
him
gonna be
sexually.
fake.
See, I'm a little bit on the fence about whether it's real or fake because it kind of looks like just the way Batman himself is drawn.
His arm's also shooting out whipped cream.
Well, I want to say it kind of looks like it was meant to imitate the old style. Like it might have been drawn more recently than that.
Yeah, that's
what I mean?
that's what's kind of weird about this, right? Because that Batman
It
looks like the
that Batman looks like the way he would look like in an animated show.
yeah,
today
in the animated series.
if they wanted his costume to be retro.
Batman.
I think we're getting too deep.
That's how he
Might
looked.
be going too deep, but
That's how he looked in the
I'm
90s.
just talking about.
When he did look like
I'm
that,
gonna-
especially when
whatever. I'm
Catwoman
gonna
had
say
that
it's real
suit.
now.
Because I remember seeing the.
I think it's real.
I'm gonna say
gonna
it's
say
fake, just to have some.
All right, well,
other
Torrian
argument.
thinks it's fake.
it's
So
fake.
let's
It's real.
find out.
Fake.
And drum roll.
Legit. Suck it, Catwoman.
Damn.
You're friendless.
He's definitely
Forever
still
alone.
For the
Gonna,
rest
he's definitely
of his
still
life.
gonna fall.
I mean,
Though.
she got her cats though.
He's definitely still gonna fall.
You remember that scene of the Tim Burton thing when she's like, "Oh, the cats just go run and lay on her and bring her back to life."
They just,
that was
like-
fucking weird.
Yeah.
The whole movie.
Wait, what?
Weird.
I know, but that was like
It
it
crossed
just
the
went
line
even
of some
deeper.
kind.
Yeah, like
Cats brought her back.
Catwoman was the best
you
part
ever
of that
seen-
movie,
she gets
easily.
thrown
Batman
out of a
movie?
window.
What is it called?
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns.
What happens in it?
No, wait,
What happens in it?
just Isn't it just Batman?
The Penguin and Catwoman are the major.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Oh,
with,
yeah, it is
Is that the one with Mr.
okay.
Freeze?
No, that's
no,
Batman and
that's
Robin.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, I like that movie.
That's a whole different kind of.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Wait.
Oh shit! What? Mr. Freeze was so cool.
Pull up the explain shit to
Oh
Tori
my
because we're about
God.
to tell him why that shit is awful.
Please tell me why that movie's
Arnold
bad.
Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze?
Please tell me why that movie's
Yes,
bad.
he's saying he's cool with that.
Explain
I just
explain
said a
this
Mr.
shit
Freeze
to me.
line.
Why is that movie bad? He had a back credit card. That's some baller shit.
I always get Batman Forever and Batman.
He like
mixed up.
He like tells his
which one's
secret
the one with-
identity
which one's
right
the one
away
with
when he
Jim
pays
Carrey?
for shit.
Jim Carrey's the one with the Riddler and Poison Ivy.
Oh, I like that one too.
And it's
They're in that one. They're in the one with Mr. Freeze. It has the Riddler and Poison Ivy.
Look at Ben. You just see Ben's smile of like, oh, you're gonna give me a chance to ridicule you in either way. All right.
no. I'll let this.
No,
one
no,
go.
no, no, no! Don't let
I'll
it
let
go.
this one go.
Do you
Why
remember
is it? What's
when they
wrong
all
with the
play
movie?
hockey?
Yeah,
it was
because
great.
his minions were ice.
See, I'm letting
ice
this one
hockey.
go because I know anything that we say
Won't
that
change
could be considered wrong, he's
won't
gonna
care.
say is actually awesome.
Okay, so okay, if that's the case, then why does it make it wrong? Why is it wrong?
He's saying that
Because it's bad.
How is it bad?
'Cause
Why
it's
was Mr.
inappropriate to the
Freeze
character and it
Why
makes
was
sense.
Mr. Freeze bad? He had
Fat nipples.
sick puns. The suit, I didn't understand the nipple part, but the suit was
Got
cool.
one.
But the suit was cool. Didn't understand the nipple part.
The Iron Man suit, or not Iron Man?
Iron Man.
I mean,
The Mr. Freeze
kind of.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
No, the bat suit
The bat.
without the nipples.
That's
it
wait, that's
was really
Batman and
shiny.
Robin. that you're
I don't
talking
remember.
about,
Which
right?
one are you talking
Mr.
about?
Freeze was in that one.
The Mr. Freeze suit or the Batman suit?
The Batman suit with nipples.
From Mr. Freeze. From Batman.
From the Batman
Batman
movie
Forever?
with Mr. Freeze.
They run
That
together.
sucked.
They blend
Look,
together so much.
God
We're
damn.
talking. You deviated us away because you just had to drop that out there. Different one. This is when
movie's
the
awesome.
Penguin. Danny DeVito is the Penguin.
Okay.
Good casting.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
really
Like,
good
what
job.
happens in that movie?
He does a
In the
really.
second one?
He
one with
shoots.
the penguin.
He has penguins, actual penguins with rockets on their backs, and he shoots.
And then they kill
I actually
him.
don't remember the first
They
half
bury
of
the
film.
penguin.
I don't remember.
They
much of
what?
that one.
Look, I just
But the
remember.
end of the film is him commanding an army of penguins to go explode and destroy the city.
That's kind of cool.
So Selena has like this like kind of shitty womanizing type boss or whatever, and like he gets mad at her. I'm trying
Max
to remember.
Shrek, played
Yeah.
by
Max
Christopher
Shrek.
Walken.
That's too
Yeah, and like whatever happens, like she finds out that he's been into some bad shit, and so he throws her out of a window, right? That's right. So she flips, falls, smacks. I'm dead on the pavement, right? Like you see
What?
blood, and her eyes go like a little cold or whatever.
She's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah.
And then
Some cats like
just like a
nibble on her
fuckload
fingers.
of cats just come running out of alleys
A bunch
and
of alley
stuff.
cats show up.
And then they
That
go.
sounds awesome.
And then they like
curl up
lay
with
on her,
lay on top, cover
and-
her up basically.
and they brought her back to life, and now she's like.
Oh, like
super-
Ash in Pokemon.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
actually.
yes. That's where they got that from.
Yeah.
That's where they got that from. Instead, the Pokemon are too big, so they can't like cuddle them, but they can cry.
Did you know the Halle Berry Catwoman movie is supposed to be a sequel to that?
Nuh-uh.
He is inspired by that Selena to become Catwoman.
Isn't she
Is
also
it?
Selena Kyle? I've never seen the movie, but
I think she's got a slightly different name. It's supposed to be a direct sequel, and it's supposed to like take place in the same cinematic universe.
We should all sit
Near
down
the
and
beginning of that
Have you ever
movie-
watched it from
The old
beginning to end? The Halle Berry Catwoman.
Catman. Halle Berry is
Catman.
I don't know if I ever finished it.
No, like
I
'cause I
can't think of the ending, but
I love that
remember
movie.
the beginning because in the beginning that shows pictures of the old
I've never
Catwoman.
seen it.
I love
It's like
that
inspired
movie.
by it.
I love that movie for
Of
different.
course you do.
Okay, no, you didn't let me. You didn't let me
I do.
finish,
Dude.
You're so quick to hurt me. You're so
Well,
quick.
stop saying shit that like you like. We just listed up notoriously like some of the worst Batman films, and you're like, those are great.
I like that movie because, right? Halle Berry tries so hard.
Did she?
That's like I legit feel like she did, and her trying as hard as she can is still bad.
So
Like-
because she gets a participation award, it's a
Man,
good movie.
like, and,
you see
and
her
just some of
accept-
the, and just some of the ideas, all right? So there's one scene where she's like, she gets out of jail. She's like,
she is.
oh, look at that. I can hear the theme
Did you
song.
see
That's
her-
some side boob.
I can
Torian.
hear it. Oh, it is some side boob.
Torian.
This is some tear knee. What?
Did you see her acceptance speech when she got a Razzie for this movie?
No.
No.
She was basically like "F you" to the director. And, like,
Really?
Oh,
Oh
is
yeah.
the director
She was
fought?
super pissed about maybe not the director, somebody. Like she was not happy about
Her
the way
performance
the movie
came
turned
out.
out.
Her performance was so enjoyably bad.
But I think she aspires to be better than enjoyably bad.
Yeah, let's
Torian.
all.
That's not my fault.
We
She's
should
the
all
one.
sit down and watch this sometime together.
I think
Oh,
I've only
man.
seen the first half.
It has
or so
like
of
the
this
theme
film.
song. And then the cats come.
I've only seen the
As for
trailer.
Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, the reason why I always ask which one is which is because I don't remember which one is which, but the one where Robin is first introduced,
Batman and Robin is Mr. Freeze. I remember because remember
Okay,
Robin
so
has this
Batman-
whole moody fit and he drives off.
I told you Batman
That's
and
when he
Robin
plays
was
hockey.
That's
Batman
when he had the
Forever is the
nipples.
one with the Riddler. That one I can enjoy.
Because of Jim Carrey?
It's bad, it's silly, it's stupid, but I feel like I can still enjoy it in like a this is so
An
bad
ironic
it's
sort of
kind
way?
of funny sort of way.
Or maybe it's just funny.
As a sequel to the Burton Batman films, it's obviously shit because it doesn't carry on what that series was supposed to be about. It's a complete 180 of what everybody was expecting, what we were expecting when it came out. And even when you put them together as part of the same series, because they are part of the same series, it doesn't mesh. It's like if Star Wars suddenly had, well, it is exactly what happened to Star Wars with prequels. But it's like the exact same thing. But
Prequels are cool.
it changes everything, and it
Jesus.
feels
Fucking
weird.
General Grievous with all the lights.
God, are you going for like bad movie fucking
Okay, I'm
bingo?
gonna
Like
stop
you're just
now.
gonna keep like.
I admit Samuel L. Jackson's awful. But General
just 'cause of
Grievous,
his cast.
General Grievous with all the sword, the lightsaber.
General who?
Grievous?
No.
General Egregious?
Egregious.
Grievous or
General
Grievous?
Egregious?
Grievous. Grievous?
General Grievance?
Greasus.
General Reese?
General Reese's.
He's just slinging Reese's pieces everywhere.
Ah! succumb to the dark chocolate side. It's just Reese's Pieces.
Oh God.
I
Okay.
need that to be edited.
Hey,
How do we get here?
Yeah, this is perfect though, because speaking
We
of
brought
Star
Torrian
Wars,
back. That's why.
speaking of Star Wars, there's a lot of things going on with the new movies that may or may not be good.
Han Solo.
As we know, the Han Solo film, they've gotten new directors. They've written it a couple times. They brought in an acting coach for the lead, the 2 leads, I think. Which
Is that a polite way of saying you suck?
pretty much?
We don't know the context, but probably.
Yeah. So it's hard to judge a movie before it comes out, but it's kind of concerning what's going on.
It's getting easier all the time to judge.
Did they just hire him because you look like Harrison Ford?
I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. And for episode 9, they have hired a brand new writer. Now, episode 9 isn't out for another, 2 years.
That's really scary, though.
But they did have a director picked out. They did have an outline that it's the director from the latest Jurassic World.
Okay.
It's that guy. And he had written out, a whole thing that he wanted to do with it. Apparently, it's all scrapped.
All I can picture is a Jedi standing off with a bunch of Ewoks, and he's just
Yeah. Now,
Is he controlling them with the Force, or are they listening to him?
4 episodes. Now, a lot of people online I've seen are freaking out about them bringing a new writer and stuff. I do want to say that I'm not too worried about the main series, mainly because they had this big change in what they wanted to do after Force Awakens came out, and everybody loved Rey and Kylo Ren and Poe and Finn, and they announced that okay, we're gonna focus the new trilogy almost primarily on these new characters as opposed to making Luke and Leia and Han the main characters,
Sure.
which they were kind of originally going to do. So all these changes that they're doing make sense to me. It's the Han Solo stuff and all the anthology film stuff that's kind of really concerning to me.
Yeah, I can kind of get behind that mindset.
Yeah.
Besides who'd you say, the Jurassic World guy?
Yeah, Trevorrow.
Trevor Noah.
He's off it now.
Colin
right?
Trevorrow. He's still a director.
Okay.
But he's not involved in writing anymore. They've got
Okay.
a brand new writer.
Wait a minute.
You know the thing he did for Jurassic Park? Do it with Star Wars. It's like the same movie, but just slightly different.
Well,
It's Jurassic World, but with lightsabers.
Force
Basically.
Awakens. The reason that everyone likes that movie, and I'm not saying it's a bad movie at all, I very much enjoyed it. It's great. It's just the original trilogy.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it is. It's
Uh-oh.
No.
It is.
Uh-oh.
Really disagree.
It is
A lot
so
of people
much.
complain that it draws a lot from the original trilogy. and
does.
It does.
It absolutely does. But Rey, Finn, and Poe are completely original.
Yes, they are.
They're brand new, and everything about them.
But they have.
great.
But they go through the same type of arcs.
Yes.
Sort of.
No.
I like the
Sorta.
new
Like,
I
almost
like the new
like-
characters, but she's out on an abandoned planet, and she
Yeah.
doesn't have parents. So, she's the new Luke, and I know she's different, but my thing is
She's
just
a chick.
all those things, the big moments that you remember from the original trilogy, they just gave you again in The Force Awakens.
It's kind of like
and it was smart. Don't get me
Did
wrong.
you
'cause,
forget about Star Wars?
It's a formula for success.
what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
Kind of. To an extent, I think. I do think a lot of people overplay the it's just a New Hope all over again angle.
It's not a New Hope. It's all 3. They took you want a Death Star?
mostly
We
a
got a
hope.
Death
It's
Star. You
mostly a
want
New
an
Hope.
ice battle? We got an ice battle. You want some crazy ship flying through the desert? We got that.
Got that? Check.
There's so many elements. It's been a long time.
There are elements pulled from other films, yes, but it's not the stories of the films. The only story that it kind of apes off of is A New Hope, which is why people compare it to it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that Rey, Poe, and Finn do, except for flying through a trench and being captured, are pretty much original.
What else do they do?
I like
Except for flying through a trench and
really
getting
like
captured.
getting, Finn's story, I'm a stormtrooper. I'm gonna do my shit. Shit got real. This
Yeah.
is and don't get me wrong. Like I said, I really enjoy the movie. But the reason it was so beloved and successful is because, and it was a smart move. They relaunched this, and then they're like, we're gonna give you all the things you loved about the first original trilogy.
See, I don't think that's the reason why it was successful.
Oh.
I do think that there is maybe some truth to that, where people felt something that was familiar and it attached to them stronger than something like Rogue One does.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
But-
If all the dialogue was complete garbage, then yeah, that wouldn't have saved it. But I think that helped.
I think
a
what
lot.
really makes it is the actors.
Yeah.
I think what really makes it is
Yeah, they're great. They're the reason.
all the new
reason why we
cast
like
are really
those
solid.
characters.
Yeah.
They really do a really good job. And even if it's a very because because going into this film, I remember walking into Force Awakens and basically being more nervous than I'd ever been about a movie in my life.
We can't survive another shitty trilogy.
I grew up on Star Wars. My family has always been like, my dad's side of the family has always been really big Star Wars fans. The first film I ever watched that wasn't like a cartoon or even like G was Star Wars. And I've grown up with it, and I want it to succeed. I want it to be great. And a lot of people complain about, oh, now it's like an annual thing. It's just serialized, and it's all going to be like selling toys and stuff. I'm not so worried about that. I think it is a series that can do what Marvel's done, and still be okay and fine and still create like some very good gems. But going into Force Awakens, I knew if they didn't just make it just a fun adventure film, if they tried to make it too crazy or too intense, or they didn't go far enough, it would suck and it would basically kill the franchise right there.
Oh yeah.
The tone
They
was
played
spot
it
on,
safe,
sure.
but they played it safe in a way that worked so well.
It was like an enjoyable safe.
And the only reason why it's still alive and that people are excited for, 8 and 9, and even Rogue One and Han Solo to an extent, is because this film was safe enough while still being fun enough to feel fresh.
Oh yeah.
So I can't agree with the idea that the only reason why people are really like that film is because it reminds them of the other films, because it still opens the doors for so many other new things.
It does, and again, I'm not trying to hate on it at all. The bones of it are the original.
Oh, sure.
trilogy.
Yeah,
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But it's become a thing to hate on Force Awakens because...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's, especially when Rogue One came out and everybody went...
I love that movie.
A lot of critics said, oh, Rogue One is great because it's original, and Force Awakens was bad because it just stole all the stuff
Force
from
Awakens is way
New
better
Hope.
than Rogue One.
It's
What?
way better. Oh, yeah, it's way better.
Fucking ship.
You could cut
Tell
out.
them they
you
crashed
could
the
cut
ship into the shield.
70% out of Rogue One, and it wouldn't
They
fucking
crashed
matter.
the ship into a shield. And it had Donnie Yen and he was blind.
Yeah, take that.
One with the
Again,
Force.
Donnie Yen was blind.
One with the
I'll
Force.
never-
Force was with me. One with the Force. It had the cool robot guy who was way better than fucking R2-D2 and the silver, the gold thing.
And that right there.
I am burning
Let
down.
me know
Oh my
that this
God.
is
Everything you
futile. The new robot's way better than the silver and the gold thing.
I just forgot his name.
How?
What do you mean how?
It's like a part of being culture.
I don't fucking
in
think
general.
of culture. What are you doing? What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, Nick's taking you out.
Ah, there we go. Hey, we're like one of those Egyptian things with the hand.
What? You mean Hindu?
Egyptian things with it. Goro from Mortal Kombat?
Now I just want to get away from
I
you.
was more so talking about the statue. Rogue One is so cool.
C-3PO and R2-D2, god damn
Oh yeah,
it.
R2-D2, that's what his name is. Okay, there you go. Don't, I can forget shit.
No,
you shut up. You shut the hell up.
You can't
Shut up. I can forget shit, Chad. I'm a human. I don't.
They're some of the most iconic characters in
Me remembering who the fuck R2-D2 is not gonna help me through life. I don't give a shit about R2-D2.
What does remembering any of this stuff have to do with getting
No,
you through
that's what
life?
he made it seem like, though.
It's just
I
how
can
you
forget
are.
R2-D2. It's okay. I'll be fine. Your family will be fine if I fucking forget R2-D2. Fuck you, R2-D2. Jesus Christ.
Golly.
You didn't see him attack me for forgetting R2-D2's fucking name?
All of us.
Hey, don't count me in this. This is just
You
hilarious.
see him? It's like it's part of culture.
It is. They're like,
For like 40 years.
Who gives it? Jay-Z is a part of culture too. I remember who he is. You know why? Because he's not some fucking gold robot that you only see every couple years.
what are you I don't know, Jay-Z kind of is a gold robot.
He is a gold. Because I forgot R2-D2's goddamn name. Jesus Christ. He wasn't in the most recent movie, so I don't give a shit about him.
He's been in every movie.
Torrian.
Actually, R2-D2's been in every single
Not in Rogue
Star Wars
One?
film.
Yes, he was. It
He
cuts
wasn't
to-
in Rogue One?
It
They forced
weirdly
him in.
cuts to C-3PO and R2-D2 like waving a ship goodbye or something.
Well, they weren't part of it, so I don't really care.
They weren't a big part.
They were literally in it.
They were in it. He said they weren't a part of it.
Not a major.
They weren't a
it was
major
just
part.
cameo.
Yeah. I like the other
Because
robot.
R2-D2 and C-3PO have to be in every single Star Wars film for some reason. I hope they don't do that with the Han Solo film.
Oh, is that why I was supposed
God,
to
it'd be
remember
so
who he
stupid
was?
if they
Yes.
show up.
Was there in every Star Wars film, Chad?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't watched every Star Wars film. I've seen the first one, I've seen some of the prequels, I've seen Force Awakens, and I've seen Rogue One. So shut up. I have not seen all of them. I am not a part of the culture. Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe you.
Yeah, see?
What? People forget.
Why do you think I was on
You're
here?
not
I
on
took you
your
out of the
side.
podcast.
People forget stuff all the time. I forgot my keys yesterday. Did you make same thing? Did you make fun of? What do you mean? That's my keys.
I forgot my keys,
My keys
yesterday.
are way more important to remember than R2D. You know what happens if I forget my keys? I can't get in my fucking house. I can't get in a goddamn animation building. I can't get anywhere. But if I forget R2D2, I can still go to work. I can still enjoy my family. But if I forget my keys, I have to live on the street until I get more keys. So shut up. Forgetting my
We need a
keys.
community death battle.
We need a community.
How about
Okay.
you guys, the audience, versus Torrian?
I think they're on Torrian's side here. It was great. Look, okay. We'll axe the Star Wars conversation here.
Yeah.
Except I do want to just ask you guys, are you still, what are your feelings on Han Solo? Is it positive or negative for you? The Han Solo.
My
Very
feelings
concerned.
are C-3PO.
I don't know Han Solo.
On Han Solo.
The
So,
last time I seen him, he got killed.
so you got concerns, I don't know, Han Solo and C-3PO.
So I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time with them. I didn't have enough time with them.
Screw it. Let's go to the questions.
Frozen in carbonite.
Oh, shit.
Frozen in carbonite, and then his son fucking killed him. So
Every single episode we do of this, you can send in
Homework.
questions using the hashtag #DeathBattleCast on Twitter, and we'll answer them right here at the end of every single show. Let's do it. Please broadcast. Save us from this. Thank you.
Xavier Jones asks, do you guys ever choose fights for characters of the same universe who haven't fought before?
We've talked about it.
I mean, you want to talk about the same universe. No, I was going to say Deadpool vs. Deathstroke was Marvel, but whatever.
No, it's not.
DC is Deathstroke.
Same universe that haven't fought before.
I don't think we had the same universe before.
We've never done that as a death battle, apart from like battle royales. But
We've talked about it,
Different
especially
ideas.
in one very specific circumstance that had to do with Marvel.
what?
You don't remember that?
Oh,
Is this
Well,
a
I think I know what you're
secret?
talking about, but it was DC.
You're right, it was. Why did I say Marvel?
Yeah.
It was DC.
I mean, we can talk about it. Whatever. Like, we're not doing
Okay.
it. But, and I mean, maybe we'll do it in the future, but and maybe this has changed. But years and years ago, we did talk about potentially doing a DC versus DC match of Supergirl versus Power Girl.
Yep.
And that was because at the time, they had never fought, because if they got within each other's, like, I don't know, within distance of each other,
Key?
the
Fabric of
fabric
time
of the universe
and space
would start
or whatever.
bending
yeah.
or whatever, because they were from different universes. So if they touched each other or they saw each other, something like that, like the world would start like
They saw each other.
fucking up and the universe would start colliding, something like that. Like something crazy would happen. It's
Why are
been
they
a
even on
long
the same
time.
planet?
It's been a long time since we had this. This was like 6 years ago or something like that.
Yeah,
But we talked about potentially doing that because of that. Basically removing the whole interdimensional chaos part of it and just pitting the two of them against each other.
Or taking like two heroes from a franchise and making them fight because if they've never
Yeah,
fought
that
before.
was kind of
Definitely.
our first foray into thinking about making this kind of thing happen, where it's two characters from the same franchise fighting each other. We've never done it because, generally speaking, it's not as interesting, or it has already happened in canon.
Yeah.
For that to happen, like a common suggestion I used to see a lot was Hulk versus Juggernaut,
Yep.
which has been done to death in Marvel Comics, and even in 1 or 2 animated series, I think. Hulk wins, by the way, all the time. So generally speaking, we don't even really think about doing something like that, but it has come up once or twice.
Yep. So it's not totally ruled out. You might see it in the future.
Yeah. All right. Question number 2.
This one coming from Michael. To Chad, how did Wiz and Boomstick meet? Who is Boomstick's ex-wife? Who would Wiz and Boomstick marry if they could?
What? Okay. How did Wiz and Boomstick meet?
Actually,
I thought you came up with
I did. Because we talked about, like, we were like, how would this go? Because, like, what is, like, basically we were talking about, like, what does Wiz and Boomstick's world look like? And it would totally be that, like, Wiz had a job listing for, like, a serious, like, research assistant to do his work at Death Battle, right? And Boomstick would have totally misinterpreted it for something else. and then showed up and then just tried to play it off until he'd probably kill. I think he would like probably kill the other candidates or arrange like mishaps or like stage bad things to happen to them so that he would be ensured to get the job that he thought he was gonna get. But then it was actually something different, and then he just stuck around because it's Boomstick. And it's
Or maybe Wiz tried to kick him out, but he just stuck around anyway.
yeah.
There you go. It's canon. That's what happened.
Perfect. Who is Boomstick's ex-wife? Only time will tell. And by that I mean whatever I decide to improvise in the VO booth.
No. There's some big plan. Ooh.
I mean, she is a big plan.
Ooh.
She is a big plan.
We've referenced
No,
that.
we don't know. Who is Boomstick's ex-wife?
Who would Wiz and Boomstick's ideal wives be? I'm gonna double check the name because I did this. I did a top 10 waifus list. As Boomstick.
Yeah, that one.
I'm pretty sure it was like Hollow from Spice and Wolf. That character is like perfect for Boomstick. She's like just wants to drink all the time and like hang out and make crude jokes and like and she can turn into a giant wolf, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like she's like some sort. It's been a while since I looked it up. She's a deity too. So like
Always helps.
Well, that's good.
yeah, totally.
It's a plus.
It's pretty
Up
pretty
there.
top notch.
Yeah, for Boomstick.
As for Wiz, God.
He's someone real smart.
So is there like a scientist character?
No. You need the opposite. It's only gonna make you grow.
Wait.
What?
He's smart.
Oh, there's a thing there.
Yeah, you need some. You
What?
need some opposite.
You need
The
the
phrasing.
opposite to make you grow or something along those lines.
You just need an opposite personality to.
So
Balance you out.
Wiz needs.
Wiz would not tolerate having a wife that was not
like
on his
Boomstick?
level.
Yeah, but he's gonna.
Yeah. You know, way.
I deal with this
He
at
deals
the
with
office.
shit all
I
the
don't
time.
need it at
Hell
home.
no.
Yeah, I feel like Wiz would need somebody who could challenge his intellect.
Yes.
But she's just gonna get more and more. She's gonna start off annoyed by Boomstick. She's gonna get more and more entertained by him, and realize that she needs to be more like that because she's so, you know.
What?
And then she's gonna turn on you. And then that is who his ex-wife is.
And there's a whole arc for you.
Yes.
There you go.
I wrote this.
The origins of Wiz and Boomstick as written.
Found
by
out his
Torrian
wife.
Crawford.
Found out who would be great for you. And now we go to the next question.
Okay,
Sorry, just taking the reins.
let's go for it.
Cameron says, what happened to Torian's thing of the week?
Yeah, what happened, Torrian?
Yeah, Torrian.
Jesus Christ. We had a meeting about this. No, we didn't. I just got.
You had a meeting
I just
about
got too. I got too busy, and I always forget.
Plus, it always,
And
gets
always got
flagged on YouTube.
Yeah, it always got flagged. So.
Because I keep telling him, like, hey, make sure you keep it really short or cut it up
Well,
a bunch.
and it's like
then
a minute long.
There's like a minute long, dude.
Yeah, because
and then
my
I realize
stuff-
it's not even cut. He's just like, let's just watch it because it's cool.
Yeah, no, because like when I find, and that's another thing too. Like when I find stuff, I'm like, man, 20 seconds of this is not going to explain why I think this is so cool. And then I started looking up shorter stuff, and it's just like failed stuff, and then like it was out of context. It didn't fucking make any sense.
But it
So
was
the
supposed
show-
to be the thing of the
Exactly.
week when we started
The
this.
show was
Like a
Torrian's
specific moment.
The show was Torrian's thing of the week. It ended up becoming Torrian's things of the week and became too much, too big.
Yeah, but
too
the thing, like,
flaggable.
even if it was like a specific moment, like, okay, I could have showed like that one shot where Donnie Yen is like he runs avoiding bullets and he slides up under the fucking building.
Great.
No, because there's like a cool lead up to that to show that he was cool enough to do that.
See, Torrian is incapable of just isolating his one favorite part of an
Yeah,
action sequence.
I can't. Like we watched Resident Evil Vendetta, like some stuff from
Oh, yeah.
Leon.
Yeah, it was like, watch this one thing.
And I
You're
could
gonna
have
watch it for,
showed you
15
like
minutes.
the fucking tyrant monster uppercutting Leon into the air, but like
You had to show us the entire.
you gotta show why he gets there.
That's why.
So the reason is because Death Pedal Cast is always growing, and we're trying out new things all the time and making new segments, and also Torrian sucks at actually making that happen.
Man, I just like
Whoa.
too much stuff that you don't like.
What?
Next question.
You like too much stuff that I like.
That was our third question.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Community battle.
Yay, we won.
Why are you even here to host, Ben? Clearly,
don't know.
Torian.
I thought that's where he was gonna go. I was just helping.
Well, thanks, Torrian. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Now it's time for the community battle. We got to come up with something. I say
BB-8 versus R2-D2.
No, that's not the. That's not the other robot.
yes, it is.
What would you know?
No.
No, the one that's helping out.
Let him go.
Not the robot that was in
Rogue One?
Rogue One. He's the black robot. He's tall. He's helping. Not
You're
BB-8.
talking about him versus
So
C-3PO?
him versus C-3PO.
No, him versus R2-D2.
Why? BB-8 is the counterpart
Are you
to R2-D2.
mixing them? Which one?
Uh,
I am mixing them up.
talking about
There we
K2?
go.
I am mixing them up.
Which one is the gold one?
K2 versus
K2SO.
the gold one.
Which one's the
K2?
gold one?
C3PO.
Wait, which one's the
I
gold
said C-3PO. You all talking. You didn't hear me.
one?
I said it.
Which one's the
I
Rogue
knew.
One one?
The what?
Which one's the Rogue One robot?
It's the black one. I don't know his name.
We just said his name.
K2.
Okay.
That's half his name.
That's like a K2.
You are
Like if I called
asking
you
us.
Ford.
I thought you
You
were
are
asking about
asking us
drugs.
to make a community
K2
death
is a
battle.
drug.
You are asking us to make a community death battle between a protocol droid
K2's also a mountain.
whose only function is to translate like
He was
language.
fighting. He was shooting.
He was not shooting.
He did shoot.
No, he did
He
not.
shot like one time, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
C-3PO's never shot anything in
No,
his
not
life.
C-3PO. I'm talking about K2.
Kate, yeah, I
He threw one grenade.
was talking about C-3PO.
Oh, well, that's not my
C-3PO is the
fault if he
protocol
can't
droid
fight.
with
That's not my
language.
fault.
And then C-
So he was out at Protocol Droid, dude. Come on, let's be honest.
R2-D2 versus BB-8. I like that.
I did too.
Let's do it.
What would they? What?
They got all sorts of tools in there that can shoot lasers and electricity and flamethrowers.
Yeah, they
and
zap
things
each
like that.
other, and like R2-D2 has he's shot a lightsaber out before. You remember that? You probably should
No, he
remember
hasn't
that
seen that
because
movie.
then, really, God, I
He
thought
said he's only seen the first one in the prequel, in a prequel or two, or
dude, that would have been his favorite part because then Luke does a flip.
Hey, that may be, but it would have to lead up to that.
okay. So we're gonna do R2-D2 versus BB-8, the Star Wars. We were even just talking about, do we ever do death battles of the same universe?
There you go.
The character from each of the same universe. R2-D2 versus BB-8. So if you have an answer for it,
Which
that,
one's which?
BB-8 is the ball. Shut up, Tad. Jesus.
send it to us using hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. We will decide who the victor is next time on Death Battle Cast. And if you're a first member, please tune in later this weekend
And we're sorry.
for our sudden death, where we will continue
I'm back.
to grill Torrian
I'm Pickle Rick.
about his horrible tastes. Thank you for tuning in for this episode. We really appreciate it.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Broadcast,
Bye.
for saving us time and time again.
Yay.
This episode's been a nightmare.
We'll see, as
What
always.
a fun nightmare.
We'll see you next time.